Hello and a good morning, good afternoon and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. For today, hope you're doing grand and all's well in the world. Hi there everybody. Apologise for wind noise straight off the bat. There's going to be a lot of that because of where I am. This is just gorgeous. Check out the horizon. Just let that sink in for a sec. Anyway, hi everybody. So I thought I'd do a bit of an out and about video as well as telling you a bit about what this video is about, because why not? So last night I got some very troubling news. So if you didn't know, my band Red Giant, we're due to be going out on tour in May, basically touring throughout May. The problem we've got at this point in time is poor ticket sales, very poor ticket sales. Obviously it's not just our tour, there is another band on tour as well. We're actually just the support act, and yeah, it's troubling because the problem we got is the promoter's not happy and the venues aren't happy because ticket sales are just poor. So check out this little walkway by the way. So at this point in time, the tour is still going ahead, but it is looking, what? There we go. It's looking like quite a lot of venues might actually be cancelled, just due to poor ticket sales. And this is something I keep hearing about, and I want to get your opinion on this, people of YouTube, and also ask for your support. To come and see us and to buy tickets in advance. But I keep seeing this recently, but even like, it's not just like, smaller bands like Red Giant, it's bigger bands as well. I've seen like Linkin Park have had to cancel shows because of poor ticket sales. Black Keys had to cancel the entire tour due to bad ticket sales. Metallica, I mean, what is going on? But I think I know what's going on. It's too expensive and people can't afford it, I think. Now, people of the tube, comment section below, tell me what you think this is, because I really want to know. I want to pick your brains with this and try and understand what's actually going on, because obviously as a live musician, I need people to show up to the gigs Red Giant does, we do, so we can actually do this for a living, whereas at this point in time that is not happening. These steps are massive, even for my ridiculously long legs, but yeah, it's not happening. And like I say, it's just when the promoter's not happy and the venues aren't happy with you, they're not going to rebook you and they're not going to take you seriously. So, and to be honest with you, this is like, to me, this is like the last shot I've got at doing this way. So to be honest with you, people, I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. I'm getting frustrated with this because I feel like I'm doing everything I can. I've written a new song which will be coming out on the 25th of April to help promote the tour, and to be honest with you, Pooja, everything I do feels like it's never enough, and I'm just getting frustrated now, and I don't know what else to do. Like, so hence why I'm doing this video, to ask, what can I do? Can you think of anything else I can do? Because I can't, and just trying to figure out what and where to go with it now. Sorry about that, I got paranoid about you not being able to hear me over the wind noise, but I think we're okay. There is wind noise, but again, to be expected. Look where I am, it's absolutely gorgeous. But I've had to just kind of come out and do this video because I'm going a bit stir crazy. But like I say, what is it? Because I know the economy in the UK is in the toilet. I know it's an absolute wreck. There is no money and people don't have money, and I totally understand that. Like, the idea of like going to a gig, if the tickets are like 15 quid say, for instance, and there's 2 of you, that's 30 quid already. Then you've got fuel on top of that, depending on how far away the gig is. So say that's another, like, 20 quid, 30 quid in fuel, and then you want to get a drink, you might want to get something to eat. All of a sudden you're up to about 100 quid, 150 quid a night. And it's like, and that is a lot of money for people in this day and age, especially up north where we are, because the economy is just like, but it's just, I don't know. Because it's facts like that make me feel really bad about trying to pressure people to come and see us. But at the same time, I don't really have a choice, because I need people to come and see us if Red Giant is to continue. Because I can't get through there. Because if people don't come and see us, Red Giant can't continue, and it's over before it starts, really. And I can't really live with that. I struggle with that. That's hard for me to I don't know, to deal with, really. But I do understand the financial issues that a lot of people are under. I'm in the same boat. I don't, I struggle with money all the time. It's because there isn't a lot of it about, and being a YouTuber is not lucrative. Trust me, it really isn't. You might think it is, but trust me, it just is not. Anyway, but yeah, it's just a bit of a, I don't know, it's just a bit of a nightmare situation, really. Because, like I say, our promoter, the guy who's putting on the gigs, he's not a happy bunny with us. Well, also the main act, because, like I say, when he puts on these gigs, he needs to know, and the venue needs to know, that people are going to come, so they can stay in business. If a venue has only sold 3 tickets, that venue's going to go, well, I'm not putting a gig on. I can't. They can't afford to do that in this day and age, because it's too much of a financial hit for them. Which again, is totally understandable. Again, you can't really kind of go, oh, it's not fair, but because it is fair. It's frustrating, but it is fair. Anyway, but yeah, I don't really know what else to do, people with you. I'm trying really hard to navigate this, and to just try and think really what I can do. I think I want, and I don't think I'm going to go up that way, because I think it's just going to get ridiculously windy, but nice and high at this point in time. I'm going to go back down into it's an old quarry, by the way, where we are. I'm going to go back down into the quarry. It seems to be less windy down there. It was a bee. But yeah, people tube, your opinions, please. As usual, extremely important to me. So comment section below, comment on this, and let me know what you think we should do, can do. A lot of it's out of our control, but fundamentally bands rely on people coming to see them. We need the bums in seats, as they say, because we do. We can't really. Can't really do it without you. We need people. We need people behind us. Because, well, without you, we are nothing. We really are. I mean, that is the truth right there. So, I just don't know. I'm struggling, people, with this, because, like I say, listen, I don't want to make this a sob story, because I understand, I really do. I'm not being kind of like, you should be, you know what I mean? It's not that kind of thing, but I do feel this kind of, it has a knock-on effect, this situation, where like bands at the level we're at, or bands just coming up, you can't make a dent. And it doesn't matter how hard you try, and doesn't matter how much money you spend. Trust me, we've spent a lot of that. You can't seem to you just can't seem to make a dent. And yeah, I just don't know. I really just don't know anymore. But I will say, if you can, at the end of this video, I'll put in the Red Giant tour poster of where we're playing. And if you can come and see us live at any of these shows, please do. But I would say, please buy tickets in advance if you can. Don't bankrupt yourself, is what I would say. Because I can't live with that either. You know what I mean? But we do need people to come out and see us on this tour, if the tour even happens. I don't know, Poochie, this is such a bad situation for bands to find themselves in this day and age, I think, because, like, I don't know, you can't really win, because, like I say, you need people to come see you, and you need people there with you, and you need people behind you, and I know Red Giant's got a lot of people behind it. Obviously, I'm not asking you to, if you live in Australia, I'm not asking you to fly over to the UK just to support us for one gig in some little market town. That's obviously, no, that's ridiculous. No, don't do that. But if you are kind of local to some of the places we are playing, then we really could do with that, you know, that support. I don't know. But it's such a naff situation because I just don't know. I just don't know what to do. I'll be honest, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm trying so much stuff. Like, you know, releasing new songs. You know, just trying. But like I say, it does always feel to me like it's, I don't know, I just don't know. Can you tell I'm stressed? I'm very stressed. And I say, when you're getting kind of like promoters and venues, when you're being told that, like, you know, oh, by the way, this venue's really not happy with you because you ain't selling. You know, you're supposed to be this fancy YouTuber with a big following and no one wants to come and see you. You're obviously not that good. And then that has a knock-on effect on me because you're getting told that kind of stuff. It's a nightmare. I don't want to spook a dog on my right. So what do you do? Where do you go? I believe there's a path over here we can go down. Am I right? I am right. Awesome. Right. But yeah, what do you do? What do you do? Where do we go? But people at you, let me know your thoughts on this one in the comment section below. I really want to know what you think to this whole situation. You know, because like I said, I do understand how financially difficult it is in this day and age for people to be doing lots of going out a lot and stuff like that. It's tough, but at the same time, my job requires people to come out and be there. You can see the bind I'm in, and I don't feel like it's good to pressure people into doing things like, you know, you should. Who thought that wanting to play music and play guitar for a living would be such hard work? Well, not hard work, but mentally taxing work, and, you know. Yeah, it does seem to be happening all over the place. So it's not, I mean, there is a small relief, small comfort in knowing that it's not just bands, like small bands like Red Giant. It seems like big bands, like say Linkin Park, Black Keys, people like that, you know, are struggling to sell tickets, you know. God, this is a bit sketchy. It's a lot steeper than it looks on camera. But yeah, chime in, people with tube. Extra video, obviously. But let me know your thoughts. And again, I do apologise about not showing you the scenery of my stupid face. But you nearly fell. That'd have been fun. I just want it to work. Simply put, I just want it to work. Like, whoa, nearly went over again. Shoes don't have a great deal of grip. I don't know, I just feel stressed out. I feel confused and just a bit kind of like, because you get got at, you know what I mean? It's like, you have people saying like, you know, we want to see you play live, and then like, you know, you put on gigs and then no one comes, and because they can't afford to, and it's just like, I don't know. Check out this. So we were up there a minute ago, up this top ridge. Now we're down here. I've got to go back up the hill now. Yeah. I don't know, people. I really don't. I'm struggling with this one because, like I said, I really want to make a go with Red Giant. You know, I mean, it's all I've ever dreamed of. And this isn't some kind of pity party. Don't feel sorry for me. This is just literally, we all have dreams and we all have hopes. And I think part of growing up is realizing that like most of your dreams will, you know, never come true. And it sounds whimsical and Walt Disney-esque, that one does. But I think it is true. But it should never stop you from trying, in my opinion. It should never stop you from going, you know what? This dream seems really far-fetched and a bit stupid and a bit unattainable. But you know what? F it. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to try. And I think that's important. I think it's important to kind of go F it and try anyway, because I could not be on my deathbed going, I wish I'd tried a bit harder, or at least tried everything in my power to get that going. I think we're going to go down all the way, people with tube, actually, and come back up. Yeah, I couldn't do it. Can't do it. I can't just let this go and just go, oh, you know what? I had a good run. No, I haven't had a good run. I'm not done enough yet. I'm going to run. You know, I don't feel like I've done enough. I need to do more. I need to try harder. You know, like I said, I desperately want Red Giant to succeed in any way I can make it succeed. I'm not asking for fame and fortune. I don't want that. But to be able to kind of make a living off being able to go around and play gigs would be great. Odds are very slim and against it. They really are, sadly. That is the reality of this situation, and reality is for a lot of bands. And it's becoming ever increasingly harder because, unfortunately, like I say, people cannot afford to be going out to gigs. It's an expensive thing. I just don't know. I really don't know. But I thought I'd do a video to get your opinions on this one, people. You know, what do you think? What's your views? And to also ask for your support. This isn't a kind of like, call to arms, I'm drafting you in kind of thing. It's not that kind of thing at all. You don't have to come and see us. I'm just asking if you can, please come and see us. That would be great. But also kind of the idea of like buy tickets in advance, because if you don't buy tickets in advance, the venue doesn't know how many people are going to turn up on the night. And it has to be viable for them in the first place to put it on. Same with the promoter who's putting on the gigs. He has to know that ticket sales are pretty good, for the gig to continue. Otherwise, we're going to start to see dates being hacked off left, right and centre. And I can understand that. I can totally understand that. I mean, because I would do the same thing, to be honest with you. I have a plan to do a gig later in the year, a Red Giant gig in October. And it's going to be if it happens, it'll be a really special gig. It'll be a big, big night. Easily one of the biggest nights of my life and the band, and in general just really, really big. I have a plan for it, but the only issue with that is we have to sell 250 advance tickets or we can't do the gig. So more about that in the future, because I need to focus on the tour at this point in time and promoting that. But I'm just trying to do my best and make this succeed and be as good as it can be. And I'm just rapidly running out of avenues to go down, to be honest with you, YouTube. So any advice you can give would be grateful. Any gig you can make it to, like I say, I'll put the tour poster at the end of this video so you can see where we are playing. You know, I'm going to go back this way actually, because yeah, by the way, this is where we were up here. This is called Red Hill. But yeah, any advice, anything you can think of, you know, anything you could help us with, let me know in the comment section below, because like I say, any advice is good advice. You know, any kind of like, you know, criticisms or anything like that will all be taken on board, because I think that's important. You have to learn. And like I said, I do know full well at this point in time, you know, the economy in the UK, especially up north where we are, is in the toilet, and no one has any money because they just don't, and that's just the way it is. So asking people to kind of like come out and spend upwards of maybe 100 quid to come and see you play live is it's a tough one. It makes me feel bad, but I have to do it because again, it's my job. You know, I can't do my job as a live musician if there's nobody in the crowd, you know, because there's no, you know, if there's no crowd, venues ain't going to book us, promoters aren't going to take you seriously, you're done. It's game over at that point. And it's as simple as that. You get one shot, and to me this feels pretty much like my last shot. So I am giving it all I've got. I really am. Just gonna put you over there while I blow my nose, because I don't know, and I don't think I'll ever get another go at this, people with the tube. And like, you know, I've been doing it since I was 16 years old, and to be honest with you, coming back to what I was saying earlier on about the whole thing of like, you know, having dreams, and part of growing up is realizing half of them won't be achieved. I've achieved quite a lot of mine by just doing what I said, and just basically going, you know what, fuck it, I'm doing it anyway. And through that attitude, I've been able to do some amazing things I never thought I would ever do, and ever think would be possible. And I think that's a testament to that attitude. But there are two things, really, well, I've got more things, but two major things I've yet to accomplish. And no, I'm not going to be happy until I've kind of at least tried everything to accomplish these dreams I've got. Because, you know, it's funny. It almost seems like it's not enough. It's not a lot to ask to do certain things you love in life, but I think it is. Anyway, I'm going to get off now, get back up this massive hill, die in the process probably. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, people. I hope this has made somewhat kind of sense. I'm a bit, as usual, I don't go by scripts, I don't go by anything, I just talk and be honest. So I think that's important. You know, I don't see the point in lying and hiding things. It doesn't make any sense to me, especially not to people like you who have, you know, who are giving me the ability to live my dreams. You know, if it weren't for you, people with YouTube, I wouldn't have done anything. You know, I'm eternally grateful, really am, but like I say, I just don't know what to do. Anyway, coming up in a sec will be the tour poster. You can see where we're playing. Please don't bankrupt yourself. Don't push yourself out of your limits financially just because it's not worth it for that. But like I say, if we are playing near you and you can come and support us at one of those gigs, please do. Yeah, it does mean the world to us. I can't even begin to express that actually in words. That doesn't even come on, like, when you play a gig, it was at the album launch. When we did the Red Giant album launch, and we got 100 people through the door, well, 110 people actually. I don't have words for that. It's just, it never leaves you. It never leaves. And it means the world to me, that kind of thing. It really does. And this is all I've ever wanted to do. And I know that's kind of, maybe some people might see that as a selfish outlook. So I was saying, like, how, you know, how can you think that way and this, that, and the other? But it's like, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know. But anyway, people, too, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Let me know your you know, criticisms, advice, whatever. Let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to get off back up this ridiculous hill, which I wish I hadn't walked down now, but anyway, I'll see you again. Thanks so much for watching, and yeah, have a good morning, afternoon, and good evening. And get out of the country. Helps clear the mind. Goodbye now.